Hey guys, welcome into another testing video. Currently got two 6700 XTs on the bench and we are currently mining Cortex. So I'm going to say the average power draw is about 240 watts at the moment. It's a little bit variable, but I'd say that's about the average. And these are the two cards that are on the rig. And I'll jump into the software side and show you what we're getting in there. Alright guys, we're in the software side of things now. So as you can see, the hash rate on screen, 2.2 to 2.4. It does vary a little bit more than that, so we've gone with an average of 2.3. Yeah, it sometimes drops down a bit, but generally around 2.3 with an average of 4.6 for the two cards. As we can see in the stats, nope, we cannot see in the stats for some reason. Let's see if it wants to load. There we go. So I've only been running this for about 20 minutes. But you can see here we've got 4.6, 4.4, 4.6. It's usually around 4.6 for the rig in total. As you can see, 4.6 there. So with that number, 2.3 for each card. The calculation for the wattage. So it was 240 watts at the wall. Minus 17 for the system equals 223 divided by 2 because there's two cards on the rig, 111.5 watts. So that's what I put in here. 2.3 mega hash, 111.5 watts. I did also include the graphs per second. Just in here it's 0.055. If you go into the miner itself you can see that, but that seems to be an old metric. But Minustat does still use it. I don't know why there's two like mega hash or solutions kind of figures, but yeah, there is. And that also means there's two metrics for efficiency. But yeah, we'll probably just stick with the mega hash one. So 0.0206 is the efficiency, or mega hash per watt. If we jump into the compare here, so we're just slightly less efficient than the 6600, which, I mean, if it was just slightly more efficient, then it would use, it would be green. It'd be top 1/3 of the cards. So it's not like inefficient, it's almost top third. It's just, it's not super efficient either. The 3060 Ti and 3070 are pretty efficient. 2080 Ti is not too bad as well. Remember, all these numbers that are here in white, they're not like these blue ones. They are numbers that I have not tested myself. I've grabbed them from sites like What2Mine, hashrate.no, and Minustat, or just random YouTube videos of what other people have been getting. So they're not quite as accurate as these numbers, like the ones highlighted in blue here that I've got myself. I know that these cards can do those numbers, but yeah, this should be at least reasonably accurate enough to show us how efficient these cards are. So yeah, we're not as efficient as the 3060 Ti, 3070 or 2080 Ti, but we're more efficient than most of the other 3000 series cards. Yeah, 0.0206, almost as efficient as the 6600, and 0.8 higher hash rate, so about 50% more hash rate. Yeah, so not bad. It's similar to ETH, how it's about 50% more hash rate, or almost at least. And yeah, if we jump into, oh, I can show you the overclock settings here. So I just went with 2200 core again. You might be able to get some slightly more efficient settings, dropping it down to 2000 or 1800, but you would lose quite a lot of mega hash. So yeah, I don't really think that it's worth it, to be honest, because you want to get the profits. You know, if you're mining for the coin yield, so you want to actually get the coins. So yeah, it's not super worth it, especially when, if we look at the comparison here, This card, in terms of dollar per mega hash, it's not exactly the cheapest. So you can see it's $282 per mega hash, whereas like these cards here, 250, these are 220 to 240. So if you're paying a bit more than what you should for the mega hash, then it's going to be, you kind of need the mega hash to be the most that it can. So that's why I've gone with the higher hash rate settings. Not the highest though. I think these cards can probably go up to around 2500 core, but you might start to get some crashing. On some other algorithms, going above 2200 has got me some crashing, so I tend to avoid going that high now. Or at least on these 6700 XTs, and on the 6600s I tend to avoid going over 2000. Yeah, this is a hash rate comparison chart, but it's actually in those graphs per second. So if we head back into here, the graphs per second were 0.055. So you can see roughly where it stands. It gets a little bit less hash rate than the 3070, but the 3070 will do 108 watts. We're doing 111.5. So according to this, the 3070 is much more efficient, as is the 3060 Ti, which is about right, because that's what we had got from the other numbers as well, that these are the two most efficient cards. This is what Minerstat thinks that the 6700 XT, so AMD 6700 XT Cortex here, it believes we should be getting 2.27 graphs per second at 125 watts. So we're actually getting around 2.3 on average graphs per second, currently 2.4, but the wattage, we're getting 111.5, where it says we're getting 125. So my goal is pretty much always to get as low as possible on the wattage side, but definitely to beat any of these what these websites say, because if they can do better than I can, then I'm obviously not doing very well. But yeah, if you adjust all your millivolt settings down as low as they can go, then you do get the most efficient running or efficient hash rate that you can get from this card on the algorithm. Remember, if you copy these settings and it's crashing or it's not stable, you're not getting full hash rate or something, increase the 4 millivolt settings. Usually it's SoC VDD max or core voltage, and then next would be memory voltage, and the least common one to actually have any problems with is the memory controller voltage, because it doesn't really affect the power draw, so there's not really much reason to get it down super low. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this video. Got all the settings there, and you know what this card can do. So yeah, leave a like, comment and subscribe to support the channel, and have a great day. See ya.